Hi, so welcome to the first look of Megaforce, The Last Laugh. So, my name is Alexander Holiday, or you can call me Alex Holiday or whatever. Pretty much, making this movie, well, was a big letdown. Now, I don't mean like making the movie was a letdown, but certain parts that I wanted to do, I couldn't do them. Now, due to the COVID-19, I just didn't have enough time to, do some of the scenes I wanted to do. I originally was going to have a female actress physically in the movie, but I had to scrap that. Billy Ray, or as I can call him, my executive producer / producer, we were going to do a scene together where SANDO and Vic, fought each other. It was going to be like in a complete epic battle. I had so many great ideas for that. By the time in Boston, when COVID-19 was getting very serious to the point of the fact that they were closing restaurants, work was, well, we were laid off from work, and clearly, we were gonna film, but we had to cancel due to that. I was gonna, with the female actress, I was gonna film with her on that Monday, but sadly that Monday, COVID-19 was now in Boston, and many places were closing. And also, me and Billy, we were going to totally do our final fight scene. It was going to be epic. It was going to be an epic final fight. I had so many great ideas for that, but I had to completely scrap them. So in this story, after you saw the last part of the first film where SANDO recreated himself back, into human form, but then later, he's now destroying parts of the city. He destroys a building, he does his, sorcerer magic, all over the city, But Billy Ray suggested that a female character that my character knows gets killed by SANDO. And sadly, that was supposed to be a very sad moment. So we were going to have that, but sadly we had to do it in a different sort of way. So what I did was I took some stock voices from movies. I think I took one from Ghostbusters, the first film. What else? I think one scene from Batman and Robin, or one voice scene from Batman and Robin I took and added into the movie. What else? And also, for the final fight, I decided, you know what? Let's for once do something a lot different. Instead of having a physical final fight, let's have it be a digital effect type of final fight. So the final fight, instead of me, now how I do things in my short films, basically, one sec. So what I did in the first film, I took a toy model and put it in like the middle of the piece of paper and kind of film the spot of the person in the piece of paper, and decided, kind of use it as a digital effect. So when I did Atomic Sentinel, one of my favorite action movies that I've done on my site, when I did that, the scene where I'm at cyberspace, I'm like, well, I'm in cyberspace, so I wanted to make that look like a digital effect. A very, standard digital effect. So instead, I took like a picture off of Google, then add it into this scene. So basically, here's what I did. I took a blue bed sheet, paste it on the wall, then, put myself on like the background, like in the sort of foreground, background stuff. Then with the light on my camera, I film it, and then later once I get to post, using sort of post effects, so I put the picture into the background and me basically in the foreground, background, that sort of way. Yeah, I'll show you what I did in Atomic and Sentinel. Go right here. So join me in this room. So as you see, you have the camera and the light on here. So we can call this my blue screen effect, where I was able to make the digital background of me in cyberspace. So this is what happened. So anyways, what else? So what I did was I took toy models. Now I still have some of my Power Ranger Megazord toy models, and I decided, you know what? Why not use that? Make it more like a robot that I'm riding on, or basically in this movie. And also, why not kind of make Billy Ray's character do a scene where he transforms into a more darker, more powerful character that can't be stopped. So I decided to put the bed sheet into the background, and later put the toy models in the foreground. Then later, once I kind of can like, animate, stop motion animate the characters. Then I realized I can also do an effect where I can just make the characters look like that I can take like the picture effect and kind of move it around in order to make it look like they're moving around on their own. I can do that also. But also I wanted to do a scene where Sando is actually floating on air. So what I did was I took a floss string. And tie it on the neck of the action figure, and kind of just watch it, kind of just pull it, masquerade it, puppetized it. It was tough at first. Then once I got the exact thing I actually wanted to do, or wanted to actually try for once, it was perfect. It was totally perfect, and it was a very simple effect that I was willing to do. And once I did it in post, it came out perfect. Almost perfect, but it was good enough. So I also wanted to do the same thing where he was fighting in the sky and the ground, basically. So it's like, pretty much was like that. Also, I was only able to do 2 physical fight scenes. So with Emmanuel, I got him to play as the brother of the creature that was in the first film, and I know I can get an actor who can actually do the spot that I wanted the film at. So instead, I played the character of the Smoke Hunter. So I played the Smoke Hunter, and Smoke Hunter, it was a little easy for once. Half the time I had to make it look like I'm really fighting an actual person, when technically I'm just fighting myself. So I've done several movies where I can do like certain edit effects and add them into the film. So when I did Mega Human Hunter, I said to myself, you know what? People believe I'm actually fighting another character when I'm that other character. So when I did Mega Human Hunter, in the final fight, I played 2 roles. I played the Mega Human Hunter, and I played Master Common. Common Lord? Yeah, I played the villain, basically. So I did it all in my apartment, so I wasn't... And now after doing this movie, I think maybe I should definitely do it in my apartment. Because when I played Smoke Hunter... Now, basically the first scenes I did Vec. I was playing Vec. So I did the Vec action scenes first. Then I did Smoke Hunter's action scenes last. So everything I had to put together, pace. You know, it was a little tough. Then once I finally, knew what I had to do in editing, it came out perfectly. So legit, I just hope people enjoy this film for what it is. So what I was going for Planet 9 from Outer Space and Star Wars and Power Rangers and Mad Max. So I crammed all of that into one film. Now, what I liked about when I finished the film, I liked the fact that you believe the special effects look kind of real. Of course, it's digitally, some of the special effects are digitally, practical. What I definitely loved doing was the practical digital effects that I was actually able to do. And once I finished it, it came out perfectly. So legit, the film is really good. And also I get to use some sound effects I get to use in the movie. Some of my own and some of Billy Ray's, and clearly, we were able to make another good movie again. It's just a shame that I couldn't get Billy Ray in the physical aspect of the film. So, clearly, I think I made another good movie. But I can pretty much say this is a mega sequel, a mega sci-fi sequel. So if you check this film out, it is something that we worked really hard on, or something I worked really hard on. And basically with Billy Ray, he wished that he would have been in the film physically, but sadly, he couldn't. So either way, Megaforce